we have a notion, seeing the effects. There are multiple causes for these effects. It is the basic notion. You see, it is a misunderstanding. There are no multiple causes at all. The only cause is the intelligence, pure intelligence, unmanifest, unthinkable, unfindable, ungraspable, indescribable, undefinable, uncalibratable, unfathomable, unapprehendable, whatnot. All these things are that one intelligence. That alone does not form out of a cause. It is no formation at all. It is existence itself. That existence should not be mistaken for this physical existence. The moment the word in English existence is used, immediately it is taken to be this universe, cosmos. That is not the case at all. In Tamil they beautifully say iruppu, பேரிருப்பு, மெய்யிருப்பு, உண்மை இருப்பு. Sat in Sanskrit, simply. Sat means isness. Is-ness. It is indescribable. It is not a sight. It cannot be perceived through any senses at all. It is beyond senses, beyond any comprehension, beyond thoughts, beyond thinking. It is the source. It is the cause for this manifestation. But on its own, it doesn't have any cause to be. On its own, it doesn't have a cause for it to be. It is the only causeless truth. What is the definition of truth? In Sanskrit they say Sat Chit Ananda. What is Sat? Sat is truth, isness. The moment the word we use as truth, immediately opposite of it something as false, lies and other things. That is not a relative truth. It is not a relative phenomenon at all. It is the original intelligence. That is why Chit immediately comes. Sat, Chit. The nature of Sat is not simply isness. The mud or the earth is a mass ball. It's a mass of matter, right? Spherical matter. It is not like that. The moment we say is, it is not like something like a lump of clay. It doesn't have a form. But its nature is intelligence itself. It is intelligent. It alone is intelligent. It alone is intelligent. We can just compare that with this physical sun. That alone has original light. Right? It doesn't depend on any other light source. It is by itself light. By itself it transmits heat also. That is why the whole of these planets have come into being. Especially in Earth, everything has come into manifestation. With regard to other planets, the gases and other things are relatively existing. So, we are actually, through an example in the physical universe, we are trying to understand about that. But no examples can match to that, because it is beyond all these examples. It is not basically physical at all. That is why we should not cling to these examples. Leave the truth. It is just like finger pinpointing the moon. The third day moon, leading to Paurnami, full moon. Moonrambere, they say, no? You should not get hold of the finger. It indicates something. That is why these words, these physical examples indicate something. You should get behind these words. You should get behind this whole of this physical existence. The moment when it is going on getting described, you should get behind all those words and land only there. It alone is a causeless thing. But what about this manifestation of it, in it, disappears unto it in Mahapralaya? Scientists have come to conclude that there was a Big Bang 13 billion years ago, right? There must be an end also. That is what is Mahapralaya. Not only this solar family, all put together will vanish. So all this physical manifestation, they have causes, appears to be different causes for each thing, but all the things are interrelated. Nothing stands alone without any relation to the other manifestation. Everything is like a web. They are all interrelated here. That is why in Zen they say, when you pluck a grass, a star falls in the sky. Everything is interrelated. When you knock the door in Chennai, someone in Netherlands, Amsterdam, they open the door. That is what science also now, one transmission of some match being played at some center. Internationally, according to their timings, it is getting transmitted there and then, right? Each ball by ball. Ball by ball. So this is, but now the physical time has gone irrelevant. It has gone meaningless. What does it say? My cousin is in Ohio. I am talking to him. I am just getting connected through Skype. He is there. Physical time has become meaningless. Those were the days where we will have to necessarily travel and do things. Or even for trunk call, we will have to wait for so much of time. What it says, here even the science is going to a point where it is going to be, the truth is at one moment. In one moment, everything converges. Everything gets converged to that one speck of space and time. That is the real time. They while doing transactions internationally, they say in real time hours. Especially in the foreign exchange department, they do across all over the world. The transactions will be going on, happening. Various markets will be successively getting opened and the transactions being carried out. And successively, one by one, it will be getting closed. Right from Tokyo to this end, the fag end, west end, it will go. Again, when the west finishes, again Tokyo starts. Like that, it is a revolution. It goes on and goes on and goes on. Now we have come to such a state of scientific advancement, as I can contact across through my mobile phone, through video phone, or through Skype or various video conferencing. Instantly I am connected and I am seeing across the time zones, be it night there, midnight there in America, I am talking to the person I am connected with. So physical time, only a sense of for a project completion or accomplishing a work only it is used with, nothing more than that, and the purpose is being served fully by the scientific advancement. Now we have been investigating about the causes for these things. For a tree, the seed is the cause. Again, for the seed, the earlier tree was the cause. So it goes on in cycle, right? Hen out of egg, egg out of hen. It is going in cycles. But when really we investigate about what is the true cause of all these things, and especially when one is turned within and starts looking within and probing his origins, where can he find his origins? What can be the origins of? Apparently the first level of one's existence is nothing but his physical body. Physical body was given by the parents. That is why yesterday you were asking about his sons, how is he going to guide, what sort of a guidance should he give. He is only an instrumental cause for his physical appearance, nothing more than that. Even the presently at this point in time, whomsoever we as relatives, they as relatives related with us, they are all instrumentally made to be available in those forms and settle accounts. Finished. It is psychological accounts, physical accounts, monetary accounts, so many accounts that were created by desires, wants, likes, dislikes. These were the causes for individual effects. Again, all these causes, where do they get the charge? Where do they get deposited? See, a cause has sprung in me. It has come and expressed itself as an effect. And in effect, I am identifying with the result, right? Yes. In this deal I got a good profit. I didn't expect. A percentage I thought about, but far beyond that I got it. This is a very good profit. This is the registration with which that cause with this effect, happy note, it ended with a happy note. That happy note, it is not the result alone you undergo and enjoy it. There is a registrar also is created with it. He identifies with it. So whatever the successive next transaction that you are going to do, there he is behind as the influence. You try to follow those methods which you used in reaping this profit. Those things will be followed meticulously by you. It may happen, it may not happen, but it remains there as a registrar. So this has become a cause, right? The influence is a cause. But basically how a cause gains expression, a hidden cause, unmanifest until a moment ago, now only through the effect we are able to see it. You are already on the road. You saw the TV and you were after some gym equipment for doing exercise or keeping yourself fit. It was going on in your mind for quite a long time. Suddenly, exactly at one particular point in time, you happen to be in front of the TV and the TV, the advertisement was going. Immediately, you note the number, ring up, and they say it's very nearby to your house. You are on the road. Finished, right? The hidden thing, it was almost dormant. It was not effectively working throughout your waking state, which has been for the past 3 months a desire to buy a gym equipment. It becomes materialized now, And what was the dormant state? Even in the dormant state, its life was kept sustained. Sustainably it was existing. Though it was beneath the ground, it waits for the seed. Almost it did all the interactive work with all the basic elements, and it just waits for a rain to fall. That's all. The next day you see all over that barren land lot of green grass. Same way, what is that which keeps those seeds in the dormant state? Even the dormant states, they are alive. They are yet to get expressed. That is why the whole existence is here. But tomorrow's sun is there. By earth revolution only we have made it as tomorrow. Today is some evening of this day, and tomorrow is some other passage in time, and that is yet to dawn. All these terminologies we use psychologically. But for those things to happen, there is this alive condition that prevails throughout in the hidden causes also, which is giving its charge. What kind of an intelligence that gives a charge? These things are kept in some refrigerator-like condition. These days, they store even the sperm, the donor sperm. Even after 10 years, 15 years, they can make a baby out of it. Those things are happening now. Similarly, all these causes unmanifest also throughout the cosmos, because stars are going to be born. There are already disappearing stars. Birth, death, manifestation, appearance, disappearance, these things happen ceaselessly, going on happening ceaselessly. For that, there must be an alive thing which gives a charge. If the company is very big, what they do, they keep a control room with servers fully air-conditioned condition. All the servers throughout the world, they are to be served with this data which are stored in these servers. For that, the 24/7 into 365 days, they need the power. So there must be a constant supply of power. Like that, this is the source. Intelligence is the source for causes and conditions also. Causes are hidden. It is covered for our eyes. We cannot see it. You cannot comprehend it even through your mind. You don't know when you will get married. You don't know when you will beget a child. You don't know how many children you will get. You don't know what their fate will be. Even you don't know about your own fate. Because everything is only the effects are getting manifested here. A thought is an effect. We are struck in thoughts only. We live in thoughts. We are thoughts. We are that packed stuff charged with some intelligence behind it. Those conditions are yet not understood. The source of all the effects, karmas are effects, both are one. In Tamil they say vinay for causes, vilaivu, effects. Vinay, vilaivu. So causes, we only see effects. Everything is an effect. The seer himself is an effect. You are not allowed to get behind the effect and see what is the cause for this effect. You are not allowed. There is a veil there. That is also given by the original cause, that is the intelligence. Intelligence holds the veil according to the conditions of the causes prevailing over those effects. Here, these seers, They dug very deep. This is totally a science, perfect science. This can never be seen through any investigative mechanism, that is a scientific mechanism at all. This cannot be detectable by any science, nothing at all. Science goes, the science is caught in matter, finished. Even spirit, it tries to see through matter. It's a wrong route. It will never arrive at, unless wisdom dawns. The very scientist undergoes transformation. He alone is revealed. That is why this is happening only. It's an individual flowering. Though the flower plant is there, the flower tree is there, one by one only it blooms. Same way, this is an inner flowering. The intelligence should grace this flowering through causes only, again. Through causes only. Through the hidden causes. And those causes they categorize as pure causes, impure causes. Pure causes. What is this pure causes? Suddha Vinaygal. Suddha Manam. Causes, effects, all these things are actually the raw material of the working of the mind. Where else they work? Through thought only it comes, springs in you. You try, you are only shown in front of your eyes that like a toy, that thought, right, in the mental eye. And you can grapple only that at that moment. You cannot get behind it. You cannot see what is the cause for this. Whether to attempt it or also you are in total confusion. Whether to do it, pursue it, not to pursue it, or give it up, all these are all several causes getting affected in your mind. So the playing field is only the mind. That is why here the manifestation is always marching, moving, expanding, and never comes to a stop. At any point in time, as I have been telling this example, at any point in time, there is in the school, there is this 4th standard class, 5th standard class, 6th standard class. Only the boys move on to next ascending classes. The group changes, but the class remains, the standard remains. Similarly, this Maya always in play. Causes come into play. Effects are getting manifested. It's like a big this thing. What is it? March. Drama. This is going on. This has been going on. This will be going on eternally until the pure causes are discharged with the charge by the source intelligence, and if they wake up and that mind is shown with all the things, and with that mind so many other minds also will be linked. That is what is this thing, the avatar's incarnation. Avatara Purushano, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Ramana Maharishi, all these great seers and rishis. When they descend, before their arrival, physical manifestation, almost the like-minded seekers are also born throughout. Somehow they are attracted like honeybees. Because it is the power of that mind with pure causes, only sharing, only giving, only shedding light, truth, because it is utter chaos here. It is a mind world. Physical calamities are all nothing in front of mind. Such is the chaos. Here we are not trying to save the individual physically, psychologically at all. The true realization or realizing the true nature is nothing but beyond all this physical. What is the source of ourselves? That is the basic question. What is the source? What is the source? And what are the ways? What am I left with? Can I spend my life just like this with this mind? Because it is always on the run after things, trying to satiate itself throughout till last breath. The man is about to die. Even before that, he will ask for you give me a better bed, doctor. You will be asking for you give me that AC room. Will it get allotted? While he was about to be shifted, he passes on the way. Because he thinks, because everyone thinks thought is very authentic. Is the thought which is becoming a desire is also very powerful. Mind works till the last moment, no?
And the thing is, they think the desire is only happiness. When you fulfillment of desire.
Yes, fulfillment of desire. That means quenching the senses. Satiating your physical pleasures. Or psychological pleasure trips.
What they don't understand that desireless is more happiness than desire.
Oh yes, not even desirelessness. The emptiness or the silence is the source of all these things to happen. It is the source. You are on the periphery. You are trying to pick the shells, empty shells on the shore. Deep beneath is the pearls, and various treasures are hidden in the ocean. For that, the inner pure causes should get awakened. For that, grace is needed. That is why the people with the high pure vasanas, when they get born, they immediately turn towards this. They may be at the outside look very idiotic, very poor. Subordinary. You may not like to relate with him at all in any manner, behaving like a recluse. But deep down, if you see, because we are stuck in forms, our minds are only constantly throughout waking states evaluating through outer appearance, through outer words. We are caught in words, we are caught in language, we are caught in so many things through all these senses, and especially the most destructive senses, eyes. It destroys the person. If one is destroyed, 95% contribution is by the eyes. Through eyes you evaluate constantly about yourself in relation to whomsoever standing in front of you or relating with you. Everything is a business deal going on constantly in relationships too. That is the fact of our moment to moment living. Whether one agrees it or not, that is the truth of our moment to moment life. They are caught in sensual pleasures, and they will advise their children what is enjoyment. Enjoyment is going to cinemas. Enjoyment is going running here and there, taking a car. These are all what is enjoyment. Because you don't know what is you. Who are you? Who are you? And it is passed on generations after generation. This is what is so-called conditioned living. The society conditions you, parents condition you, your nation conditions you, your friends condition you, your school, studies condition you. You are not left free at all here. But this freedom is upon the grace happens through the pure causes. Pure causes. If you see all the saints and seers' lives, if you go through their history, you will find them, they would have been a freak in the total, that sect, be in the family or in the society, particular society. You take any saint or any saint. Jesus never gone to school, nothing. He was a carpenter's son. And so many siddhas in Tamil Nadu and all over India.
Kabir Das was a
Cobbler. He was a cobbler. Weaver, cobbler, that is what they say.
Surdas was a weaver.
Surdas was a weaver, yeah. Krishna was a shepherd. What kind of a life? All are namesake studies. Your freedom, childhood freedom, an unconditioned way of life, free from all regular karmic activities. These are all benediction, grace that can happen to one. A life and he flowers as a beautiful soul. Through conditioning, you cannot flower at all. You are killed. You are killed. Rules kill you. Parents kill you. So basically, when the pure causes by grace is in Sanskrit, they call it as anugraha. There are basic 5 activities in the presence of intelligence take place. In the very presence of it. It is easiness and intelligence also. Intelligence means what? It creates the space also. Space is created in that. Space is existing in that. In space, interaction of so many forces, the physical cosmos comes into existence. And in the physical cosmos, you find all the oceans, stars and everything here. So all these things are just play in the presence of that one intelligence, and which is, there is no past, future tense at all, only isness, eternity. For our communication purpose, we are using all these words. It is again indescribable, but that is the source. So, the basic function of this intelligence and isness is Srishti. It is not doing creating. In its presence, things are created. In the presence of sun, the lotus blooms. In the presence of sun, the trees draw energy. The plants, the complete nature draws energy. And every, right from an insect to everything, food is provided. The oceans emerge. Stars emerge. In its presence, Srishti takes place. That is what is described in Purusha Sukta. Beautifully they describe it. He is the Purusha. Intelligence and easiness is the Purusha. Like a creative process, they go on explaining. It was the Brahmadeva. Brahmadeva is actually, these are all mystically they are giving it. Actually, the original content of it is something else. It is psychological, spiritual in nature. But to pass on the truth, somehow, if it is pictorially told as a story, connected with examples, solid examples, then it goes for millennia. It never goes out of existence. But the truth behind them is truth. Truth cannot be given without these examples. That is why they have created Brahmadeva. Brahmadeva as a Pashu means this cow, as a Balikata, sacrificial cow. In that yajna, the whole creation is nothing but yajna is everlastingly going on. Everlastingly the yajna is going on. What is that yajna? Purusha himself, in his very presence, everything is aflame, afire, on fire. It is not physical fire. All the stars and everything, they are all created. And Brahmadeva is the sacrificial cow, and it is sacrificed in that yajna velvi, that is what they say, yajna fire. And when it is burnt to ashes, what are all the things that are formed out of those ash? The sacrificial cow, when it is burned in the fire of that yajna, how the face of it has become, how the other limbs and organs have become, all these things cryptically with hidden meanings, they go on conveying this through Purusha Sukta. Purusha is that Sat Chit intelligence. And it is what is its nature, how it exists, that intelligence, it is at easiness. Easiness is playfulness. To compare it with a lava, boiling lava, with the volcano erupts, or within the volcano, unerupt volcano, if we are able to peep in, we can see the lava is boiling always. You take that to be without form. How will it be? It is just like a plane. Even under the oceans, volcanoes are there. They are complementary. Fire and water are complementary. For our mind only, they are all opposites. Antonyms. They are not so really. They are complementing each other. As the shades, as the light dawns through the sun's rising, the darkness fades away, goes away. Slowly, as light comes, darkness is not to be seen. They are overlapping. Absence of light is darkness. There is nothing called as darkness at all. Similarly, here that source is light itself. For example, we are saying it as a light. It is not light. It is intelligence itself as something. Never it sets, never it rises. So nothing. Its very presence makes forces to interact, subatomic particles to arise, and they interact, they solidify, they become matter, they become forms, they become oceans, they become stars, they become everything there and then, because it is at all places. It alone is. Universe is not. In fact, from the angle of that, only that prevails. From the angle of the universe, it is not to be seen at all. We are caught in the universe. In our psychological universe, that is our mental mana akasa, mind space, only names and forms. We ourselves are names and forms. And this whole of waking state has created lots of names and forms in us. In that we move and march and fight and interact, differentiate, acquire, reject, all these different combinations according to those each causes. So causes are uncountable, equally the effects. But essentially, that alone is the cause for all these things to interact and be and dissolve also. Dissolution is also a temporary dissolution only, because the form has gone away. The registrar remains. The tree has fallen, but the tree's seeds have already got planted, and those trees are already have become trees, new trees. So essentially, these trees, new trees, contain the old tree's essence. One mango plucked now, the taste of it is beyond time. If you taste a mango, that a particular unique taste has been traveling in timeless space. Is it not true? Because the mango which I am tasting now, right now, has come from a tree, and that tree became a tree by a seed. That seed came from another tree. Then that tree came from another seed. Like that, complete millennia of nowhere you can touch the origin at all. Similarly, you cannot touch the end also. This is what is these causes and effects. The causes and effects go on